I'm not gonna lie, I'm really fucking self-conscious. I was honestly like scared to stream today because I was just like haunted by the fact that I was like appeared in the flesh on a stream. And I think it's just me being neurotic. I don't know. I've had like bad experiences in the past with that kind of thing, which is why like part of why I became a VTuber. So I'm just like particularly skittish when it comes to that kind of stuff. Man, it's just like, I don't know. I felt like I looked like a freak of nature on camera. I know part of that is because I was wearing a mask, but whenever I appear on camera, I'm just not used to it at all. I'm not used to being like perceived in that way. It freaks me out. And you guys are always so nice about it. You're so encouraging, and I really appreciate that so much. Everyone is always like nice in here. Like from what I can see, you guys are really chill about it, and you just treat me like a human. And that's all I want. Like, I'm just some random girl doing weird shit online, and you guys are down to chill with that, and that's cool with me. It's just like, I don't know, sometimes like when I've appeared on cam in the past and like recently, some people can just be unchill about it. And I'm not talking about people who are like, oh, my immersion is broken because I wanted to see anime girl, not real girl. That's different, and I don't really care about that. I'm more talking about like some people just like don't... I don't know if it's like this is a common thing. I feel like it must be for like streamers in general who are just on cam. People end up saying things online that they definitely would never say to someone's face. And that kind of thing like freaks me out, you know? Just like comments about positive or negative about like appearances just freak me out. I'm not talking about people saying like, oh, her hair looked nice. I really appreciate that, because like this is a nice thing to say, but isn't that just the internet? Yeah, some people just they don't really think when they type, and some people do think when they type and they're like purposely being a dickhead, which it's just a fact of the internet. It can get uncomfortable. Yeah, my black obscuring hoodie. Yeah. I just, I don't know, being on camera is tough for me. I try to like, I don't know, it makes me more comfortable to like cover up as much as possible. That makes sense? I just don't know, like being perceived freaks me the fuck out. They hit you with shit like your pores are massive and create a lifelong trauma? Oh my god, bro, I know! Okay, not even talking about me, but I've seen like, you know how some VTubers will post like selfies of themselves on Twitter or on stream, like, oh hey, here's a selfie of my IRL, my roommate or what have you. And most people are so nice, and like I'll like look at the comments on those or something, or like catch a stream and someone's like showing a selfie of themselves, and I'll see like people in the chat saying the rudest shit under the pretense of like, I don't know, this weird, like, over-familiar rudeness, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to, like, give any, like, name names of any examples, but, like, people making comments about, like, girls' bodies and shit, like, oh, this is too small, this is too big, like, that kind of shit. It's just like, why, dude? Why? And I don't want to, like, get on a soapbox and be like, oh, girls have it so hard. But like, I feel like it's more common with girl streamers. I don't know why. Like, people definitely are rude as fuck to male streamers, but it's like, a lot of the time, it's less aggressive, you know? Like, I see like people making fun of male streamers like for being bald or whatever, and that shit like sucks too. Like, people are just like, I don't know. Like, they don't know when to keep their fucking mouth shut. And that's why it's like tough for a lot of like, I feel like, I don't know, people who don't like going on cam to go on cam. And that's part of my reason. It's not the whole reason, because like, I'm super fucking self-conscious, I'll be real. I'm fucking nervous about anyone seeing me and like having this like vision in their mind of what I look like and that not matching that, and them just like being like, oh fuck, she's a fucking freak, she looks like a fucking monster, you know? Yeah, looking at my bald spot on the top of my head. Yeah, I feel like I'm like a lot less nervous about my appearance than I was, which is why I've been appearing on cam more. That's like definitely a big part of it for me. I just I get freaked out about receiving like any kind of comments. Like I just don't want people to discuss me in that way, you know? When I'm just like an anime girl, there's like a distance there. It's like when people make comments about like a model I'm using, whether it's positive or negative, there's a separation for me, you know? And it does annoy me a lot, honestly, when people like shit on model art that I'm using, because I just think about like, man, the artist worked so hard on that. Like they put so many hours into this shit, and I just think about like, what if they saw this? Wouldn't that hurt their feelings?
Honestly, one bad comment can just tear your feelings down that 100 built up for
Oh
confidence.
yeah, bro, it's so true. You can get one guide so easily when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I feel like some people are like a lot better at that than others. It's definitely a skill. You gotta learn to kind of compartmentalize that stuff and just think like, you know, there's so many people out there who are just like down to chill with me as a person and don't care like what I look like or anything like that. They're just here to have fun, you know? And just one or two or a handful of people who are weird about it or like rude, like that doesn't matter, you know? Thank you though. I was happy the whole time. You and Ethel are the best duo. I love you too. Oh, thank you, beef jerky. That's so sweet of you. I was happy too. Yeah, I don't want to say that I was like unhappy, because I wasn't at all. I was so fucking happy, and like, I don't know, being encouraged by all of you guys and all of his like audience too, and him like especially, felt so good. Like, I appreciate that so much, like more than anyone could ever know. Like, it's helped me a lot. Like, I've been brought out of my shell even more than I thought I would be. But I did stop, like, partly because of that, like what I mentioned before, just like being uncomfortable with people like perceiving me and commenting on me and that kind of stuff. Just people I don't even know, like, seeing me and discussing my appearance. And then also, part of it was just like, I did deal with some like uncomfortable kind of stalker kind of shit, and it just like, it scared me off of it. And then that combined with the fact that I just discovered that I could be myself more from behind a mask. I was more comfortable like, expressing myself behind a mask and just being like a VTuber than being in the flesh. I just started doing this. So yeah, I didn't really my foray into the realm of being a fleshy, people always say like, oh, she showed herself all the time, she was on cam all the time. I don't know what version of the past that they're remembering, but from my memory, I was on cam as a streamer before I became a VTuber, like a tiny fraction of my streams. I was usually, I either had like a PNG in the corner or I was just voice. I'd go on cam. I think I've been on like a cam streamer, like I can count the number of times on my hand in the past. And every time I remember being terrified while I was on cam and thinking like, man, this is how streamers do this, right? Like streamers are like on cam and it's like normal to do this, then why do I feel so fucking freaked out the entire time? And every time I'd end stream, I'd just be like, like on edge thinking, holy fuck, I want to delete everything, you know? That kind of feeling. Yeah, but who knows? Because my foray into flesh streaming was that short-lived and I barely delved into it, I don't know like what my potential even is for that kind of stuff, so I can't really say. But I will say, like, as far as vtubing goes, I still love it a lot. I like being a Eldritch Abomination cat freak. Cause I can be as weird as I want and not have to worry like, does my face look weird right now while I'm saying this? Is my hair out of place? Am I scratching my ass right now? Maybe I am, but you guys don't know that. All you see is a funny cat. Fuck. Yeah, a lot of the stuff I do, like, it's weirder with a cat instead of like a normal looking girl.